Hello. Hi there, guys. How are you doing? I think from my last video you must have noticed my hair has gone pretty short. Yeah, I just went short for a change, and yeah, it's a lovely day today. I loved it. It was a bit cloudy throughout the day, but the weather has been pretty good. No rain, and I was just contemplating on life. It was my week off, and I just went to Chiswick in Turnham Green, where two of my previous employers are having their business. And one obviously didn't have me on papers, and I had to request him, can he give me a letter, which he obliged to, and the other person also obliged. But when I had quit, they were not ready to do it. Well, that's just one-off situation, I guess. But there are many people who don't get some documentation. Many people who don't even find proper jobs here. And this I'm talking about UK nationals who are living here, British passport holders, and right of work. Those who have right of work and who are nationals here. It's not a sweet situation. It's not. Probably 10 years ago things were better. When I met a friend who told me he came here on a visit to UK, I was intrigued, and he told me, oh, that person loved his job here. He came on a visit and they wanted to sponsor him, and then they said they would get back, and then he didn't show interest because he missed his family back home. And when I asked him to help me with the contact number, well, that went into vain. But that's all right. And here I am. Nothing is glory. People pass around here. They don't have proper breaks. People are having... Either they're not employed or they're in their own different situation. People don't tell you that, but things are pretty messed up. Like, even if I pass here, I'm in a place where there are more Indian population, more Western, but you see the people here who are more come from a different country, most immigrants. As you see, London and UK is all about immigrants. But these are the struggling population. There's not much jobs. And I don't see a future in this country, is what I want to say. And if you think you're coming to this place thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be hunky-dory and it's a lovely country, and yeah, if you're going to get a refugee status and get your passport pretty quick because you have somebody here who's going to finance you or is going to sponsor you, and you're going to put up with those years and get a passport, that's all right. If no, don't even think of me. Me being here 2 years, worked in Ceylon, worked in the best of places. I've been super lucky. But most students up here just struggle to get a proper kind of job, and you just get jobs in the food industry, which is a fish and chips or burgers and all of those doner kebabs, and all they do is struggle, and it's not a sweet story, because some of them are really well literate and well educated back home, and all they have is no option in their life but to just depend on small kind of jobs to keep them going, in the hopes that there are jobs. What they don't know is that there are a lot of people just returning because they didn't have any luck in those 2 years of their PSW, a post-study work visa. And it's not, trust me, it's not a good story up here. If you think it is, and you're coming here with a backup, someone is there to give you a sponsorship, someone is there to give you a nice job which will keep you sustained and steady, good for you. But I heard of this saying when I was back home 5 years ago. I mean, this is just after COVID opened. The 3 Ws are never permanent when you come abroad, especially to a developed country. I won't say developed. Now, when I say developed, there are some Asian countries also come in that. So I won't use the word developed. I would say more like a pale skin countries. So I think that's the best way to put it. Countries run by the pale skin, or more English speaking countries. Let's put it that way. And those 3 Ws are weather. Weather is always, unpredictable. It may happen anytime. Women, yeah, There's nothing here very permanent. People do say they look forward, they get to know you, and then after that, you just find a point to say no or ghost you completely. And then it's your work, job, career, call it different words, a little bit of difference in them. When it comes to work, people are struggling. I see a lot of people going to their day-to-day work or holding on to work not because they love it, but just because they need to sustain themselves. And it's all about sustaining. 80%, I think, people who are in the low wage owner or the minimum wage owner, just doing it to sustain themselves. So 20%, they're just doing it having fun because they earn some money, enough for their drugs and enough for things that they want to enjoy life. That's all. Most of them are those ones who are resident here. The other 80% who are miserable are mostly immigrants who came here thinking they would have a better kind of life. Now, this estimate of 80 and 20%, yeah, and they are not scientifically backed, but it's out of the amount of, if I meet 10 people, 8 of them are in that situation. So I'm telling out of statistics from my mind as to what I felt is, 8 out of 10 people that I meet are in that situation. And these are people when I worked in a factory, as a packer, as someone who's cleaning, or just packing stuff, making cookies, cakes. I worked in a cake warehouse for once. And now I'm not going to say much over here. I came out to a little quieter place that's just by the canals, as you see. But that's a main road here that connects to Northolt. And I had to get away from the crowd so that my video is pretty clear and concise. Hope you can still hear me clearly. Now, I wouldn't suggest many people. Now, okay, you see, art and culture, yeah, you have to know people, then you can get into the industry. Very similar thing in Gulf. I mean, I'm sure you may say that, oh yeah, it's the same kind of struggle everywhere. Yes, it is the same kind of struggle. But I'm just going to give you my example. I'm not here to discourage you from coming here or to any other country for the matter. Whatever you may like to do in your life, if you have a backup plan, thought of something contingent and secure, I mean, you should pursue it. No matter if it doesn't last you too long, just do it. That's the kind of mode where people are living right now, I feel. At least, I'm talking only from an immigrant point of view. I got to point out that all the words that I say here on this video is all not to be taken by each and everyone, or it doesn't apply to everyone. Probably for you, you already have family here. You have a backing that in case you have no job, you can actually stay with them and find some odd jobs just to keep you surviving, But all people here are on a survival mode. I'll tell you that for sure. It's just survival mode. If you are a person who's sane, who is not looking at the world through colored and glittered glasses, but is looking at in plain sight to the world, I'll tell you this country is not the place. It is not the place. Not for immigrant. I came here on a master's in hair and makeup design. Trust me. Now, I've tried opportunities many places. I need a secure job because I got bills to pay, rent and everything. Took jobs only in salons. Other places, makeup. No one responds to you. Most of those makeups, they have a makeup artist. They just want an assistant for hanging around, doing the bitty work. You may get just paid for that 2 hours that you assist them, and that's it. You got to manage your travel in that and also your expenses. So not a thing you can do here. And everybody in UK knows when they want to go traveling or on a holiday, they go abroad because it's cheaper. Even travel in UK, just one ticket, 2.5 hours journey, I pay £80. In that £80, someone can fly to Greece, man. They can fly to Greece. Trust me on that. Now, even fly to Greece and probably also get a return ticket. Depends on which time of the year they book the ticket. Now, I would tell you this, that the £80 ticket that I spoke about is in a second class compartment. You're not a first class ticket. And life is not easy, not easy. And me being in the creative industry, done and dusted, yeah, people say, oh, Melvin, you're in hair. You can do hair. You can survive anywhere. Yes, I can. But I need a sponsorship. I need something on papers. Because tomorrow when I renew my visa, I want to show that I have paid tax. Because that's important to show. Now, in that pretext, I never used to work for self-employed or work for someone on a commission basis. I never went self-employed because if I go self-employed, uh, I have to file my own taxes. If I have to file my own taxes, it's not a cheap option. It's pretty expensive to pay for an accountant. There'll be no accountant who will take less than 200 or 220, even just to file your taxes, even if you don't have much to show as an income. So it's not a joke to survive. And not only that, self-employed, yes, I've had a lot of clients, I would have done it. But as I said, if nothing is on papers, if I don't show tax, it's gonna be real trouble. So it's a struggle. I'm not saying impossible, but life is struggle. But if life is a struggle, why would I actually choose to come to this country, right? Yeah, only one advantage as I see, standard of living is better. The weather may be better. It's cooler here, so you get cool temperatures here in UK, as you know, even Canada, some countries. So most of these countries have an extreme of weather, have an extreme of different variabilities that some find distressing or disappointing. That's why they do leave and go back to their country. And I think this is true. I tried to pull out some facts on a website today, but I couldn't get much. But honestly, be spoken, it's a Saturday today. It's 6 p.m. right now as I speak to you. It's 6:10. I think last 12 minutes I've been doing a video recording. So come on the bus back home. Yep. 5 people or 10 people. 4 people of them are mature, older citizens. 1 or 2 of them youngsters, just out of school. Young lads or young learners, probably in the 16 to 18 age group. And 1 or 2 of them up there who were adults in their 40s or 50s. And most of them, they look like they had a proper sense of clothing. So this, I don't want to make any conclusions here, but it sounds like there's no life here. And this is a typical Saturday. Yeah, this is, and it's still September. So it's still the beginning of autumn. It's not the peak summer. And the peak summer, you do find a lot of people. Yeah, many of them tourists. See, it's autumn here. You can see the leaves. They're already gone orange or yellowish orange in their color. Most of them, though. And so here I'm just going to conclude this small video by saying, if you're looking for a brighter future, do your research properly, and UK may not be the place. If it is, best of luck to you. I don't find much value in being here. Only the one plus advantage is the standard of living is good. Cost of living is going skyrocketing. People can't afford food. Everything, the price has gone high after Brexit. And even there has to be a major change. Then only things can get better. But it's gone too late. Or it is getting too late, I would say. Things are not going to go well. So whatever is your plan, if you ever think of UK, I'm going to look into your eyes right now and just say, think, research, then only think of it. Otherwise, you're just getting into a mess of a place. Don't make a decision to jump into one more boat just because your boat looks messy. You don't know how many holes are there on that boat. That's all I'm going to say. Best of luck, guys, to you. This is me, Mel, signing off. Bye.